All right, boys, we're going to go over the game one from the other night. Just that game tonight. We're not doing two multiple VODs. This is going to be extremely long VOD, probably an hour and 15 minutes or so. Um, Hopefully it doesn't crash on me. I was having issues with it before, so we'll just talk about everything here. I feel like we had a really um, efficient early game. There's still tons of changes we could be making from back timings for item buys and little adjustments. So we'll get going here. I'm just fixing the windows so you can actually see it. Move this fucking thing out the way. So we're gonna go over a lot this game. Team fight breakdowns, plays for looking for vision, everything. So let's see. I'm extremely surprised that they invaded this, by the way. Okay, we can start going into it. So anytime that you guys announced this as well, that they are not doing a 5 point, we cannot just randomly run back into our jungle because they are obviously somewhere on the map as a 5-man group, and if they're in our jungle, we're going to lose summoners at the very least. So this is all something that you guys needed to be paying attention to, that the person that flashed, you guys were confused on if it was Zaya or Syndra. I think one of you said it was Syndra, one of you said it was Zaya, so we weren't even sure who flashed or not. So this is important for us to know because no matter who flashed now, that's the primary target for Central to look to camp for the first 5 minutes because they don't have their summoner. So you guys really need to pay attention to those details and relay them, especially for Central's sake, so he can try to abuse it. If we came into the game saying we were going to camp top and mid, and that ended up being the bottom lane's flash, he would want to change his of course in the early parts, just the early parts of the game, to try to get a gank off bottom lane because we have a big advantage, at least from their carry's perspective. Mystic doesn't have flash either, but that's perfectly fine because we're gonna um, take advantage of it with uh, pathing Central down that way. So anytime that we have an advantage like that, Central, um, it doesn't matter what the initial game plan is. You can always alter your game plan. This game, for sure, we were doing mid and bottom. We announced that. Um, so it just we weren't sure if it was Syndra or Zaya that flashed. So it's important you guys relay this to him because look, he's already setting up to come here because he's probably assuming the same thing, that you're going to be coming because she doesn't have flash. But unfortunately, we didn't relay the information properly to you, or no one paid attention. Alex, you're still in the same situation where you are getting your wave stuck way too early. So this is also information that needed to be relayed. When that invade happened, she started with her stun, not her Q. So um, this means she's going to pay you a lot of respect, and you'll see that she does do that. So you can just last hit. She's not going to come up to the wave hardly at all because she knows that you'll shit on her level 1 now really hard. So the fact that you just autoed this minion is a mistake already. And then you start doing like that. You throwing your Q down right there is a mistake as well. You're creating a push already when you already have the advantage. You have this happen way too often in your first couple levels where you get the wave stuck on their side of the lane. Um, and we should know the Hecarim and the Aurelia ran over this ward to go do his red buff pre-minute 130. So we know he started here. We still don't have vision of him by 210, so that means he's up here. The only way he's not up there is if he literally did red buff and then took the extremely long way around, which is very unlikely. So we know he's up here, so the fact that you're pushing to get your wave stuck is a big mistake. So you got to be more aware of that stuff. You already got information of where their jungler started and where he should be right now, no matter what, because of this ward that we went and got vision for. This is the whole point of getting this vision. He'll be at this camp by 150 to 1 like 55 after doing red buff. So the fact that he hasn't been there since, and it's 20 seconds after, like you should know exactly where he is. So, or the chances are that he is up here. Like I said, he could have went the long way around, but still, the fact that you're pushing this wave to get stuck now is a massive mistake. Luckily, you play this next part really well, and she plays it really poorly, so you get a big advantage in the lane. But you're continually, like almost every time we do a VOD review, you're getting your wave stuck right here, basically. So you do crazy damage to her, and then you also get a stun off on her soon. So, just gonna go back to directed camera. So that's a big point of emphasis for you, is not getting your wave stuck. Especially like, look, you're destroying her regardless in the early parts of the matchup, which is phenomenal for us. So we don't have to worry about banning the Aurelia as much if one team plays it strictly top. If it's a flex pick, it's a little different, but you just got to be more careful with getting your wave stuck. This is a matchup that I genuinely don't like too much. He gets a solo kill because this Syndra makes a big mistake staying in the lane for a legitimate 2 minutes straight with no mana, and he hits level 6 and he has Ignite, so he gets a kill on her. Otherwise, he's going to lose this matchup all the time, so I wasn't sure why Grant wanted this matchup in the first place, but I wasn't sure what else he would want to play into it, so this is what he called for, so I'll have to talk to Toxic. This is also a common mistake by us right here, is we saw the Hecarim run across mid, so we know what side he's on. Central is finishing his red buff here, but as a bottom lane, you guys need to be communicating where there's vision and where there's not, and you also have to set up these ganks better. You guys do a really poor job on setting up ganks when we know they don't have vision. So Central's telling you guys he's coming, so your immediate conversation should be, there's no wards in the trap bush, go the long ways around. But you'll see that we're overselling too early. You want Central to start it because now you're calling for him to come down here as a counter gank when we just saw him mid lane. Like, we just got information where he is, so we know he's in this general area. So if you go early like this, you're basically tipping your hat. You guys don't know that he did this. He actually just warded this and found out the Central's on this side as well. But you guys need to let him start more of the ganks. This is specifically you, Mystic. You have to let him start more of the ganks when you know there's not vision. Because when you do this, now his pathing is changed. And also the Hecarim could have came down for a counter gank. You have to let him set up stuff. And the communication needs to be better too, that there's no wards here. I don't care if there's a ward here. If he can get to this part before the vision sees him and they're standing at this part of the turret, then it's going to be easy. Then you can start it. You have to let him get deeper in before you guys start the trade. Because look, we even lost the trade hardcore. So we have to set up stuff better. We have to be more patient. We have to vocalize important things like the vision a lot earlier. And I believe we go back down bottom here shortly, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're coming back bottom right now. So the conversation's the same as it was before. Should be saying now there is vision up there most likely, because they know he's on this side. So again, we don't know where their jungler is, but we should know that he's on this side. So we're already taking a gank that's at a disadvantage here. I believe we end up getting a kill. We trade 1 for 1 here, but it's strictly the conversation we're having leading up to this is slow. Very good stun here. Central and Pretty in your focus here is really good. You're forcing the Hecarim at this point too to go straight for Mystic, so it is an easy trade 1 for 1. As soon as you get this kill though, you guys obviously are going to trade with the Galio. and work your way back to the Hecarim, you guys still could have traded with him there easily. As soon as he hits his E right here and leaves, you guys have to immediately look at the waves and then the mini map. So we have no priority mid, so we can't chase. There's no way we can chase and get to him. So you guys should immediately look at the wave and know that it's going to push towards their side and get stuck because of these three minions are super low. And also your spiders are tanking some of the um, it's slowing up their wave, so it's going to create a shove to this side even more until you come out of your spider form. So you guys have to immediately look at the mini map, understanding you're not catching this guy because we have no mid priority. So he has two routes now to get out of here. He can go out this way or he can go straight up mid because we have no priority. So you guys have to immediately then say hard shove the wave and reset. And you should also be resetting at this point too, Central. You only have one camp up right now, but your next objective after you help him shove this wave should be immediately to the top scuttle, which you should know by the camps that he has done, as well as these are going to respawn right after you do that scuttle basically. And then you can literally just make it this, 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 and then look for a gank mid if you wanted to, if it was available to you, and then go to this. Chances are you may lose this camp anyway, but you need to, we need to reset faster, and I believe you have enough money for the, whoop, look, wrong person. You have enough money for the first big part of the jungle item right now as well. So you guys have to immediately not do this. This is 5 or 6 seconds of us chasing when we should be getting this wave to shove under turret and making sure we're going back right away. Reset timing. I know you don't have a ton of money, but you can still go buy a pickaxe, Peridian. So you guys both have good buys right now. So this needs to be a shove the wave, make their AD carry miss the experience, us reset, and then look for mini objectives, and then these will be spawning instead of just following up here. If you lose this chicken camp to him because he has mid priority, it's fine, because if you contest this and their mid lane comes and this guy comes, it's going to cause big problems for you. So you should just be looking to soak up some experience and gold here and reset so we can try to get this mini objective. So we end up, the time spent going up this way now, it looks like you got the big chicken. Let's actually go back and watch. But this probably means now that he's going to get the top scuttle, I'm assuming. Yeah, so you got the one this might fight, so good job there. But the pathing now is going to be kind of strange for you. Because it's probably going to be harder to go up here because of this mid priority. She doesn't have mana or anything along those lines, but we still now know the Galio is up here as well, so they can kind of control this area, and we need to make sure we do a better job of getting scuttles. But just also remembering your spawn timing of these camps, so this makes sense to help push and reset this wave, reset, and then go up and do it in this order. And then look for a gank mid, or you could even go look for a gank top if you wanted to at time, or just start pathing back down towards the bot lane because we know they don't have flash or heal on the Xayah. So it's perfectly okay. This you guys end up getting a kill here because Mystic does a good job pathing because Central and him are communicating, which is important. But it's perfectly okay if you guys reset faster if you can just buy one part of your next big item. So you guys need to really think about doing that more often because it can create advantages in your 2 versus 2 matchups when that comes to happen, as well as 3 versus 3s, or if we're at a dragon, it helps us take care of the objective a lot faster as well if we already have an item spike. So Scalio ints, because he should have just eat away immediately. Mystic makes a really nice hook here, and this is also, so this will be a lesson for everyone in lanes. This is why she should not have stayed for now over a minute, and she's going to continue to stay, is now she doesn't have priority in the mid lane because it's a energy champion, a cooldown champion basically. So now we have the numbers advantage because she can't do anything. So you guys, this is also a point of why we need to reset earlier. Especially she already has Flash gone and Ignite. She should not be in lane at all. But really good hook, and you guys get a kill there. That's them overstaying as well. As soon as you stole the thing from them, they should have just beelined out of there. The Galio should have used his E to get out of there the whole 9 yards. But instead he waited till you were on top of him. So you did a really good job there, capitalizing on them basically overstaying as well. But I still think if we would focus more on resetting a little earlier and getting the mini objectives, especially the ones that create vision, and then doing our pathing when they spawn more often, it's just going to create so much more efficiency for you that you're just going to grow leads in that way that you're not accustomed to. This is where the Aurelia matchup starts getting a little tougher for Alex. He still has a chunk of gold in his pocket, though, that he would, if he spends it right now, he'd be more than fine. And this is another issue, too. This is something we talk about all the time. So now his wave is stuck as well. So this is a big problem that we have in all three lanes that we really need to correct. I know Toxic hasn't played with us yet. He's going to start being our starter here, so he'll be in the mid lane for us going forward. But we still need to do a better job from him, from Alex top lane, guys in the bottom lane, and then communicating with Central about, hey, come down, help me reset my wave because it's stuck, and then I can reset, and then we won't need your help for a minute, or you can communicate what you need. So Alex is going back. He has TP, so it's perfectly fine. Like I've told him a million times, it's more than okay if his first TP he doesn't TP offensively, but after that we should start really talking about and setting up plays. The dragon that's on the map right now is the least important dragon too, so it's even more beneficial for him to go use the TP defensively. And he denied the cannon minion from the Aurelia because she was so low, so it was a really good TP there, Alex. I believe you guys get a kill on the Xayah because of her positioning, and Mystic makes a nice hook right here. So it was a good timing by you guys and really good focus, Peridian. So you guys are off to a really good start down the bottom. You have all three of our kills right now. Central helping us secure the first ones. There's what I'm talking about. She still hasn't left. Look at her. She still hasn't gone back to base. And this is a perfect example. She just gets her flashback. Look at her items. She hasn't gone back to base once. So she's 1,800 gold and she dies for free. And blows her summoner for no reason. She's already dead. Like, this is just stuff that we cannot do. So going back to you need 200 gold. I'm pretty sure I remember you saying you need X amount of gold for the BF here, so I understand why you're staying. Sometimes I don't remember. You guys just pinged him, so okay, we did get a good ward down there, so you know where he's at. He's low, so it's okay if you stay because you see he's low. If he's full hit points here, though, you guys should probably go back and just reset early again. But you're more than okay staying at this point because of his health. Good job, Central and Alex, talking. Hey, we got vision thanks to, I believe it was Mystic getting war down here. But recognizing, getting the information, having Alex come to you, and doing this, we have an advantage in the top lane right now. Like, this is something Alex you're not going to see it on the scoreboard right now because it's just 0-0, but This is something Alex can communicate to you guys and saying that he can still easily hold her off or beat her 1v1. So you have priority now in the top lane, so now we can make more plays like this. Syndra doesn't have flash as well, so we have some type of priority in the mid lane. Um, so it'd be easy for Grant to have moved up there. So this is the kind of stuff we should be looking for, so you can start creating um, big farm disadvantages for the enemy jungler because you can just steal a lot of his camps. So this is the kind of stuff. This is really good that you two work together on that. So continue to look for that kind of stuff. And I believe you get a gank off top and get a kill as well. So this is really good job by you two the whole way. You get everything out of her. Now she doesn't have a summoner again as well. So now we literally know that all 3 lanes don't have summoners. So Central's, he has the pick of the litter now. So bot lane is resetting right now, so that's something important for us to note on the map. We have some deep vision right now, Raptors and the entry to blue buff, and Central has these 2 camps to do. So after this, Alex just communicates if you want his help to shove to the turret, and then Central's going to go basically do these 2 camps, reset, and then look to red buff's coming up in a minute. So he's going to reset, spend gold, which he has just 900 right now, but he can still get his Fiendus Codex, I believe is what it is. Plus he'll have more gold. He'll have like another 180 or something like that from these 2 camps. And then he resets, and then he can talk to you guys while he's resetting about where can we go. And the obvious choice would be bottom lane because they're resetting right now to get another small spike, whether it's just more attack speed or boots, anything. They're going back to spend some gold. So you guys resetting at the same time creates an easy path for Central to go gank. So he can literally go straight through lane or straight through tri-bush, make a gank come off, and then once he's done, he can go literally up here because all these are open. Or he can do dragon with you guys first if it's a successful gank. So you guys could easily be communicating this stuff. And you could also, as soon as you're done with a gank like this Central, your communication could just be, I'm going to go do topside jungle, reset, and then look for more ganks. So now the team can then relay information back to you. Purdian's right. We need to do a better job of just relaying simple information. You guys don't have to talk hardly at all. You just have to say simple things like that, like, I'm going to do topside jungle, reset, then looking for ganks. And you don't have to say which lane you're going to. That's their job to now talk back to you and relay information about summoners. So, but this is a really good, like, minute worth of teamwork from you and Alex Central. So Alex and Central, really good job there. But this is also exactly like Alex could have said, help me shove this or not, and then he could have reset faster too. And this is a weird pink ward that the top laner put there. Okay. This is where he's not doing a very good job of being patient either, but I don't know what the communication was with Mystic and Grant. I don't think it was very clear that what was going to happen, but he took about 250 points of damage for no reason there, instead of just being patient and letting Mystic come, because they trade 1-for-1 here. And then also Mystic, I remember this part now. You need to make it look like that you're not afraid, or you are afraid of him right now. Even though I know that you see the Centrals coming, you basically attack, move, and walk him this way, which is a mistake. Because you're just taking him further away from Central. If you did the same thing but walked him this way, then Central shows up and you guys could easily get a kill on him. But the way this set up, it was just, you moved him in the wrong direction, basically. So now your immediate question should be central is, do you need me to take care of this wave at all to toxic? Which this looks like it's pushing back towards us, so you'd be fine just leaving it or staying and soaking up last hits for um, the minions. But here's look at the wave again. It's stuck on this side again. So this is a problem that we have in almost every lane. So we need to really work on that, guys. And it's really simple. Central's on the bottom side right now. If it continues to get it stuck, just call them down to help get it to bounce and crash off turret so we can reset it properly. And we don't have any wards for the bottom lane right now. Okay. We have decent, well, we have really good vision in the river. We needed to make sure that we got rid of this plant though, since we don't have vision for this. But we should know that he's on this side again because he just showed in that 2 versus 2 mid, and he actively walked this way. I'll show you. So this is the second time that he's literally given us information of where he's at. So it's going to play a big role. So look, he walks straight through vision, telling us what side of the map he's going to go on. So we absolutely know where he's at. We even have vision of him on the pink. So this is going to play a part in the upcoming gank again, because you guys get information, but then you stop thinking about that he could still be on this side of the map, and it's a mistake. Alex's wave is stuck on this side again too. So we have a level advantage, but this is always an issue. We need to stop getting our wave stuck. Just looking at vision, so I'm going to go back down to bottom right now. So our wave is stuck. We know Hecarim's on this side of the jungle. Central's not near us. You guys have to back up. Like there's no way we can be up here right now. Just let her, like this is a big mistake by her pushing this hard. But you guys should just be literally backing up, waiting for Central to get closer. Also communicating when you're going to hit 6 Mystic, because that's very important. They're both 6 already. But more importantly, we still should know Hecarim's on this side of the fucking lane. And you look, we have pink ward here. You have to just let this push towards you guys more. So if you're going to initiate on them, it's going to be closer to Central. But look, this is you rushing again, thinking you were looking to do a hook here already instead of just letting this push back to us. And now you're going up here and you're putting yourself in a really, really poor position. And we still should know there's a chance that Hecarim's on this side of the map. So look at this. I'll actually go back and look at from the whole perspective. Because he snuck into the bush, which is great. But we could have just done this whole gank so much simpler. Because he's going to do the same thing. He's going to sneak right in that bush. So we actually saw him just a little bit before he got in the bush, but it's already too late. Like, look at how this whole gank is setting up because you're positioning Mystic. You gotta just let the wave push to us. We have pink ward here. You know isn't vision here. We don't know if there's vision here. So you just have to let the wave push to us, and then we can set up stuff so much simpler. Now we're forcing Central to basically try to make a play because Galio's on this side, but we don't know where he is. So this becomes sloppy. And I'm not sure if you had a flash there, Pretty, and I think you could have just ulted. To avoid his ultimate. Because you're already out of the taunt right now, so you could easily ult out of this, I'm fairly certain. But you guys are also focusing Galio right now. Like, we're wasting damage on the wrong target. See, look, he has also had stopwatch and everything. It's past 10-minute mark. This is stuff that I've talked to you guys about all the time of knowing what items are in their inventory as well. So this was just this is communication and poor setup. You should have honestly let this just come to us, Mystic, so Central has an easier route to doing stuff. Because even if they're standing at the turret or closer to the turret, then he can lane gank still if he wanted to, and it'd be a lot simpler. He can uses E. Why can't I think of the name? I was going to say Perel, but that's not right. Repel. Jesus. He can repel to the minions that are close to the turret now. Then you can chain your CC. You know, they both had flash at the time he flash taunted. But you got to let the gank set up more simpler. You do a really good job here under turret, though. Because I believe Prydian gets all 3 kills, but Mystic, you do a really good job of controlling them under the turret. So the snipe for W, and then you come in with the autos. So you did a really good job under turret, but you got to do a better job of setting up ganks. Plain and simple. So now that this is done, Central has the right idea. He knows that we can go straight to Dragon. He just basically respawns and goes straight to Dragon. So this is free because the Xayah is going to basically reset. We know Hecarim and Galio are dead. Their death timers put them basically somewhere where they could not contest. And now Central also knows that he can go get vision on their side of the jungle, which is fucking great. You should also, obviously you're trying to come help this counter gank, but afterwards you should drop your pink ward right here. So then you have complete control of this whole vision. But you guys do a good job, I believe, here on this Mystic roaming because it doesn't need to be in lane right there. And then Central following up. Why is it on him? So as soon as he gets away again, this is where you guys do this too often. You have to just fucking turn your minds off of chasing and going to objective. There's Scuttle Crab and the Herald up for us to take. He cannot contest either one of those now. You two should just be going straight over to do that. I know he barely gets away, but still, this is just wasted time that we don't need to be wasting. You have to think about also back timings of other people. Aurelia just recalled top lane. We should easily be going, like, this is 100% our first course of action. Even if you don't do Herald right now, even though I'm 100% sure you should be, that this Scuttle Crab should be in the first course of action, not your Raptors and red side. You have to start taking that into more of a priority over some of the camps. Because now we're going to lose top vision, our pink ward, because the Galio can just roam that way because you guys showed going down to the other side. The Xayah also showed mid, which is important. Look, because of our choice of where we wanted to go, we just lost 2 pink wards in the river, and we have the potential of losing the Scuttle Crab as well. I don't remember if we do or not. Okay, this is where we do the Herald as a team. Okay, so this is where we make a massive mistake, and this comes down to Alex and Mystic. You guys have to, we have complete vision of the entryway to the Herald. We obviously have the vision here so we can know if they're approaching on this side. This is something you could do here, Central, is repel to this plant and then just take it right back over to just create, no matter what, they have to come. Hecarim has to ult over the wall, or they have to come straight this way. So this makes it super simple that Mystic and Alex should be on this side of the river. This is where we basically throw, we only have a 1.5, 1.6 gold lead here, but this is where we throw it back, and they get a complete ace on us, I believe. Because you two do not need to, the Herald doesn't do that much damage. These 3 can easily kill this thing. You guys just need to be our zone control. So this is something there's no reason for 5 people on the Herald at all. We see the Aurelia already, so this should immediately mean that you two start walking this way. 100%. You should be out here fucking just keeping her away. Because look, what does Aurelia have that's incredibly powerful versus 5 people if they're grouped up? Is that fucking ultimate? You guys are completely grouped up. Nobody's walking towards her yet. Still nothing. So she literally hits all 5 of us with her ult. There's no reason she should even remotely be this close to us. So now the call should also be, we should have already talked about what ults are up and what are down. So we don't have Vladimir or Poppy ult, so we should be wanting to finish this and get out of here. Because we should know that they have every single ult available to them as well. So now we get 4-man stunned by the Aurelia. So this Aurelia is shitting on you guys hardcore because Mystic and Alex, you guys did not take care of the front line like you should have been here. And now here comes literally like their entire wombo combo we group up for. But this is just us not taking care of the front line at all. So they get a 2.5 gold swing there. So now they're up 1,000 gold instead of them being down 1.5, 1.6. So you guys gotta think about this stuff. You gotta talk about your alts though. You guys just did something well, but then we stopped thinking about like all the important team play aspects. This thing just died again. This is the same part of the game that it always dies on me. I hope there's a way for me to watch this. Ah, shit. I might have to skip a chunk of time. I'm not sure why that part of the game is corrupt or something. This is the second time Mystic has sent me the VOD. So, and it crashes in the same spot every time right after Herald. So I'm not too sure on what else it could be. I'm just having issues with it. So this is where it dumps on us. So I'm just gonna try to skip like 2 minutes worth and see if it works or not. Hopefully it works. Okay, so now you can see that it's a 1.1 gold lead. She camped the bush on us. You guys do a good job of focusing properly. So at this point, Mystic, you should just be running upriver towards Grant and Central. There you go. Okay. Good Zonias, good fight. Good job. So your guys' focus and everything there was really strong. It was a good job. And then we used the Herald, which is great, and you don't follow it. Oh no, this thing's not going to let me do shit. What is going on with this? I have no idea why this thing won't allow me to watch the rest of this video. Fuck.